Welcome to part 2 of our video series. In this segment, we want to discuss topics that are important while you're on your hunt. First of all, if you plan on taking threatened or endangered species, don't apply for import permits from U.S. Fish and Wildlife until after you return from your hunt. If you need assistance determining the proper application form or completing the form, don't hesitate to contact a Coppersmith trophy specialist and we'll be more than happy to assist. Decide how you want your animals to look once they're mounted so that the professional hunter or outfitter can give these instructions to the skinners. Take time to get to know the camp personnel. Get to know their names. They'll really appreciate and respect this, and it will pay off for you in the long run. Decide if you want to have your animals mounted overseas or if you only want them dipped and packed. If you do choose to have them mounted, visit at least 2 taxidermists while you're still abroad. Take time to go into the processing room so that you can see their mounting process. Once you've made a decision, get full contact details from either the taxidermist or the dip and pack agent and give that information to the Coppersmith representative when you return. We'll contact them immediately and we'll monitor the process all the way through until the time that your trophies are delivered to the shipping agent. For dip and pack shipping, you can use the services of a dip and pack only company, or you can use a taxidermist that offers dip and pack services as well. The usual turnaround time for dip and pack is 3 to 5 months, and the time frame for turnaround for mounted trophies is 12 to 18 months. Additionally, once either process is completed, you can expect another 2 to 4 weeks while the export permits are obtained. If your trophies are ready to ship during the months of November to February, there will be additional delays due to perishable season in South Africa. Perishable cargo takes precedence over all other cargo, and the aircraft space is very limited. There are factors to take into consideration when choosing dip and pack or mounting overseas. Not only is the turnaround time much less for dip and pack, but the shipping costs are much less. Likewise, the processing time is longer and the shipping costs are higher for mounted trophies, but usually the taxidermy costs are much less. It's worth weighing the pros and cons of each to make the best decision for your budget and time frame needs. Before leaving the country to return from your safari, obtain a copy of your hunt register, which itemizes each animal's sex and measurements. You'll be required to sign this document along with the professional hunter, outfitter, or landowner. U.S. Fish and Wildlife may request a copy of this form when they're verifying the information about your shipment. If you hunt in multiple countries, be sure to get copies from each before you leave. If you hunt with a group, don't allow the entire group to hunt on one permit. Not only is this illegal and the items can be subject to seizure by U.S. Fish and Wildlife, but it also takes away from the country in the purchase of permits. It's only right to support the economy of the country where you're going to be hunting. If you purchase curios to ship back with your trophies, you'll need to obtain a sales receipt or a pro forma invoice. This is mandatory for U.S. Customs and the items must be declared. Some curios are dutiable. The sales receipt or the pro forma invoice must include a detailed description of each item, and this includes what the item's made of, how it's going to be used, and we need this information so that we can determine the proper harmonized tariff classification for U.S. Customs purposes. The name and address of the selling party, country of origin, and the amount of each item in the currency paid is also required. This is required for the customs entry and proper duty assessment. Under no circumstances do not ship food or wine with trophies. These require special clearance as determined by the Food and Drug Bioterrorism Act. All of the information must be transmitted to the Food and Drug Administration before the shipment arrives in the U.S. Also be aware that cosmetic, toiletry, kitchenware, and tableware items also require normal Food and Drug clearance. It's not worth possible problems with food and drug that could affect your trophy clearance. So if you do intend shipping curios that require Food and Drug clearance, you can expect additional delays with the clearance time as we're having to deal with an additional government agency. But under no circumstances ship food or wine. If you have any questions about any of the information that we've discussed in this segment, please feel free to give me a call. I'll be more than happy to take as much time as needed and answer any questions that you have. Thank you.